what my life has been like since downloading this game?
Yeah.
Okay, download the game, 70 gigs, no big deal. Who cares, right? Free the 70 gigs on my SSD. Think that that's good enough because I'm an idiot apparently. Then I boot up the game and it's like, do you want to play Modern Warfare 2 Warzone, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone, or do you want to play Warzone Caldera? And I'm like, I don't know what any of this means. Chat walks me through it. They say you want to play Modern Warfare 2 Warzone, not Warzone Caldera. Warzone Caldera is old Warzone. Okay, so I click on Modern Warfare 2 Warzone. It says, hey, just so you know, that 70 gigs you downloaded was just the scaffolding that allows you to download the 30 gigabytes for Call of Duty Warzone 2. Okay, so I go, that's fine, 30 gigs, no big deal. Boot it up, and then it says, hey, I know we just had you boot up the game, but now that you've booted it up and accepted the end user license agreement, we need to restart. So I close the game, reopen it. It starts optimizing shaders. It's ticking up like crazy. Then it stalls because I have to watch a 5-minute unskippable cutscene where a bunch of like private military contractors are like, bombing a field hospital or something like that. I can't play the game because I don't have optimized shaders, but I can't get my shaders optimized because I've got an unskippable cutscene showing me the game that I can't play right now after I downloaded 100 gigabytes just to get the thing to work in the first place.
I feel you.
Don't even get me started on that. I haven't even played the game. I've downloaded 5 patches. How does that happen? It's like when you order DoorDash, if they brought everything like one at a time as it was ready. Here's your napkin, here's your spoon, here's your soy sauce, Like, oh, the food? Yeah, we'll get to it. Don't worry about that. First, you got to optimize your shaders.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we get a he is back? Ryan Gary. I haven't heard one of those rants in a very long time.
I'm not even done yet because now I'm in the game and I can't see anything because it's just like, do you want to buy the battle pass? By the way, here's the Paul Pogba operator bundle. Do you want to play as a Premier League midfielder? You want the Messi bundle? Do you want the Neymar Jr. operator bundle? Right? This is crazy, dude.
For all of that, though.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. I just found out there is Warzone Cup, which is like Rocket League in the game, and there's DMZ, which I think we'll like.
Yeah, let's play some DMZ. But are we playing Warzone 2.0 DMZ beta, or are we playing the other DMZ that's just DMZ beta? What's hot? DMZ beta, and then down here, Modern Warfare 2 games, Call of Duty Warzone 2.0 DMZ beta. I'm not even just putting this on for entertainment purposes. This is the most convoluted menu I've ever seen in a AAA video game. Do you know how stupid the average person is that plays these games? How are they supposed to figure out where to get to? This is crazy.
I mean, for once, I think that you've nailed the sentiment. I think it's world renowned that this UI is a little bit minkus. So like, how do people figure
horrible.
It out? They just type forehead in chat.
I don't say this again just for laughter. It's the worst UI I've ever seen in my life. Like, Chad might think I'm putting on airs here. Okay, check this. I'm not saying I could make it better, but I also don't work, in UI. Okay, so like first, this is what happens when you boot up the game. Okay. So it's like unlock up to 14 operators. Haven't even played the game yet to this point. Scroll down once. Okay, now there's DMZ. DMZ's in beta, that's fine. Warzone Cup, have no idea what it is. Shipment, I can't even, it's on the main menu, but I can't buy it because I haven't purchased it. We can play Battle Royale quads. Okay, not that bad. Then we scroll down a little bit more. What the heck is Modern Warfare FC, Pogba bundle, Messi bundle, Neymar bundle? Then we scroll down a little bit more. Games. What did we have up here before? Oh, what's hot? Okay, so now we're down in games. There's Modern Warfare 2. Is that what I don't understand. Is that what I'm playing right now? That's what I booted up. Then there's Call of Duty Warzone 2.0 DMZ beta, which is, what's the difference between that and DMZ beta up here? And then there's Call of Duty Warzone 2.0 Battle Royale. What's the difference between that and Modern Warfare 2? And then you scroll down and there's Legacy games, and you got another Call of Duty Modern Warfare in there. And then you got Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. I don't even know what the hell that is. Or you got Call of Duty Vanguard. I thought that was like an anti-cheat or something.
Can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
How was your Sam Yo ride this morning?
It was actually, I mean, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I got yesterday's demons out on the bike, and now I gotta wait till tomorrow to get the demons from this morning out.
I'm glad you're back. I sent you a invite within the game.
Within the game,
Yeah.
okay. An invite within the game.
If you go to the top right corner where it says social.
I appreciate the help, actually.
No problem.
Okay, I just got to find the social menu in the global panel. If you just give me a moment here.
No problem.
Okay, I've found it. I have 4 requests. I have a social activity from you. I'm going to join your game session.
All right.
I think I'm in.
Okay.
Did you, honest question,
Yes.
did you like face scan yourself?
No, why?
Is that your guy or my guy? Chat, is this him or me?
That's
'Cause it.
That's your guy. My guy, you would immediately say something that we've been saying back in the Warzone days.
If I spawn in, look at my face, it's actually you. It's the character is based on you.
Really?
You're gonna lose it.
Okay.
I actually was, it was the first time I was impressed with the game, which was I thought that you face scanned yourself and it actually worked instead of making your head look like a light bulb or something.
No. Do you see my character?
Let me see. I think it's just instantiate. Yes, I see. Okay, you gotta know let him know who you're repping.
Let him know who you're repping.
Yeah.
Which by
do you see my character though?
I saw a face him with goggles on.
Cool.
Been
Once
a
we
while.
get in, you can take a
Can't
look.
watch live anymore, but still watch on YouTube.
You can't hear
Let's go.
you can't hear my alerts, right?
I cannot hear your
Okay,
alerts.
all right, cool. So John, who works for Mutineers, did send me a skin pack for you. I discorded it to you, but it's okay.
Listen,
I get it. You got enough going on.
Don't make me find. I got a Google Activision Battle.net launcher, where to redeem code, how to get the Mutineers gear to instantiate on my character.
But no, I'm excited. We haven't played anything. What's the last thing we played together?
Dude, I don't even know.
Mods, can you change the name of the game? Mods, can you change the name of the game? Sorry. Yeah,
I think.
what's the last? Rumbleverse?
Oh, it probably was Rumbleverse. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I was thinking all the way back to Do You Want to Sip? But
Do You Want to Sip?
that was where we played that obstacle course game where you had to.
All right, so I'm not gonna peep OG you, but basically it's just Tarkov, but it's more fun, and the loading takes like 2 seconds.
Okay, but before we do anything, I would love for you to take a look at my face.
Chat, that is not me, chat.
Is there anything I can do to make it more visible? Like if I hit tab, will I open my inventory? Can I take my mask off or something?
No, I don't know if that's me. You think that?
I think it looks like you if you were like in the desert for 8 months and living on MREs and stuff like that.
How is the performance? Real quick, how's the performance of the game for you for your stream?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Okay.
For now, at least. It's a little... I mean, I cranked the brightness up way too high, so it kind of looks like... This is what the world looks like when you're hungover. For people that are not familiar with the feeling. But we can always crank that down.
Okay. This is why I've not played the game. Is because... Sorry. Give me 1 sec.
No problem. I mean, I stalled for 33 minutes because Activision and Blizzard, despite being like the second biggest game publisher on the planet, don't know how to deliver a game. But no disrespect. I'm trying to stay positive.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, like, so this is like takes the fun stuff of Tarkov, takes some of the sweat out, takes out the dude, I'm a slideshow. I apologize. This is my bad. Give me a second. Just cover me.
No problem. Do you have to do, maybe you got to turn VSync, you got to toggle it?
Yeah, so can you get, I should know this. I'll be the first one to admit it. What is VSync in first grade?
Hold on. Apparently E is grenade. I'd like to apologize to New York Cheesecake for that one. It's my mistake. I don't know what VSync is. I think it locks your frame rate to like the refresh rate of your monitor or something like that. But if you don't, some games, it's like if that's the first thing I toggle. Let me put it that way.
You toggle it on or off?
Whatever it's on, if it looks good for me and horrible for chat, I always just flip VSync, whether it's on to off or off to on.
Okay. It locks to your monitor. Okay, so that would probably be done. Anyways, let's just talk while I figure this out. Because I'm living in a ravioli world.
Oh, no worries, no worries. Me and New York Cheesecake, we're just hanging. I think he's gonna shoot me in the back of the head. You ever? I'm worried. Like I've been playing so many slow-paced games, turn-based games, games where like I don't have to use my like zoomer-style reflexes. I think I'm gonna be worse at this than I've ever been in my entire life.
You think so?
I feel I've never felt like older than I feel right now. Just like walking in Call of Duty makes me feel like I'm 100 years old.
Yeah, but I mean, we're just playing against bots, pretty much. You know? All right, cool. I'm in now. So yeah, dude, I'm excited. So real quick, this is Tarkov, but none of the sweaty stuff.
Okay.
So
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why do they call it DMZ when the zone is clearly militarized? The zone is clearly MZ'd.
Well, I was gonna ask you, can you first grade me what DMZ means? Because I just know there's one gulp in between North and South gulp.
Yes.
Which means you can't go there.
Well, you can go there as like a tourist.
You can?
But yeah, but if you step foot onto the DMZ, it'll probably become an MZ pretty fast. Is what I understand, at least.
Wait, so you can go there as a tourist?
Yes.
Why would you do that?
Well, because it's like a once in oh, never mind. I'm insane at gaming still. It's a once in a lifetime like vacation, I guess, or destination. Like where else are you gonna go to a place where there's like still a long-standing war between two countries on Earth and just like take a photo with a guard that's not allowed to smile?
Yeah, that wouldn't be on my bucket list, personally.
I think it's definitely unique. Let's put it that way. I didn't go when I was in Korea, but I should have gone when I was in Korea.
Really? You would go?
It's like probably the #1 thing to do in South Korea.
All right.
Like not on a daily basis, but like, you know, if you're there for a vacation or something like that.
And so like, I'm not trying to make light of the situation, but is there like just an area where people don't go, and like I'm just coming up with random colors? Like there's a blue side and a red side, and they're just sitting there with guns pointed at each other?
Yeah, more or less.
And you want to go visit that place?
I think it's you know, it's living history. Let's put it that way.
So let me ask this: has anyone done like you know, you watch like your favorite Toronto Blue Jays game, and someone runs on the field, you know, and
right?
Do they do that in there to get a selfie?
Has anyone ever tried to rush the? Wow! Has anyone ever tried to rush the DMZ?
Yes.
I think, I mean, there's a lot of like defection from North Korea to South Korea,
oh,
but it doesn't take place in the DMZ because it's like heavily watched.
Got it.
My understanding is that they, you know, go to. Oh, sorry about that, Cheesecake. My understanding is they go to China and then they like cross the. Like they cross into China and then take like an airplane to South Korea.
Got it. Yeah, and let me rephrase. I wasn't talking about
Merry
for like
Christmas, Dan and chat. Dang heart.
For
political reasons.
Yeah, for like
wouldn't it be funny?
Yeah.
If
I wonder if anyone's ever done that. Probably. I mean, you probably don't survive something like that.
Yeah, I'd say you definitely. I mean, like just in North Korea, occasionally just like, you know, kidnaps and like lobotomizes a tourist to begin with for things that are much smaller than that. So my personal advice is I would not try it.
Okay, that's good. It was, you know, a little PSA for chat. But speaking of vacations, you are a official cruiser now. Like, you're not a one cruise Marty, you are a cruiser.
Are you suggesting that I'm wearing a Disney cruise shirt as we speak right now?
Are you actually?
Tommy Bahama button all the way up to the top. Yes, I am.
What, like when you go to the cruise gift shop, is it just a plethora of options, or is it like this is this tour's specific cruise shirt, you don't want to miss out, you can never get this one again?
They do stuff like that, but not to that extent. Like, I don't think they make a new shirt for every cruise, but they, like, mix it up in the gift shop every time.
Okay.
So there's definitely, like, some artificial scarcity. Like, you know, if you don't get it now, you may never get it again. Not to mention, like, you know, some of those Mickey Mouse plushes, if you don't go to the gift shop on day one and get your Alaskan Mickey, you might not be getting it, because they're not restocking in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico.
I got you. So since I can't see you, can you describe what the shirt looks like?
I would say it's dark blue, with some simulated stitching, and the stitching is like it's white and navy blue, and then it has cruise ships and tropical flowers on it, and there's Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and Goofy wearing sailors' outfits.
Okay, real quick, unrelated. This green smoke means the chopper's coming down here, and people are gonna extract, so we can camp it and just see what happens. So, do you wear that out in public?
Yes, it's like my number 3 shirt right now. It's in the 3rd position.
Do people?
No, I took it.
Do people like stop and say, "Oh, I love the shirt"?
No, but I love the shirt.
Good for you. You know,
it's extremely comfortable.
Hey, two plate.
What? Do you hear this guy?
Yeah, he's telling you to 2-plate.
What does that mean?
It means
in the
that
locker, there's 2 plate.
In the locker, there's 2 plates. Okay.
I will say this in this game. I know you won't believe me, and I know you're very anti-VoIP pilled. Everyone in this game is really nice. In DMZ, Battle Royale,
okay.
But like DMZ, like you gotta work together, you know. So everyone's pretty nice. Okay, cool. So now that you're on your 2nd cruise, what was the moment when you're like, I'm all in? Like this is not just a once in a while thing. Like I am a cruiser.
Probably like 2 things. One is like day 3 of not having to do like any dishes or clean the house 24/7. Because you know how it is. Like, you know, even, you know, when your kid is awake, you're doing parental stuff and also like domestic stuff. And then when your kid is asleep, it's not like you're just off the clock. You're like, now I can finally do all the stuff that I couldn't do while my kid was awake. So to just be on the cruise and be like, to eat a nice meal and then have it just be taken away from you was pretty sick. And then to be like, oh, and what are we going to do after that? Let's go straight into the, we'll have like a little Broadway style show that they made just for us.
Wait, for the adults or for kids?
It's more for kids.
Okay.
But, you know, you get to sit and just clear your head for a minute, listen to some music.
My son just had a Christmas concert, and they were singing a song. Ooh! Hold on.
It's hot. It's hot.
They were singing a song, Do You Want to Build a Snowman?
Right, that's from Frozen.
But it doesn't have to be a snowman. I'm like, are these the lyrics? Are the kids messing it up? I didn't get it.
That's Frozen. It doesn't have to be a snowman, yeah.
But I don't get it.
Well, that's when Anna, she just wants to spend time with her sister. Whoa!
The song went to a woo.
But her sister can't spend time with her because she's got magical powers she doesn't know how to control. So she's saying like, we could build a snowman, but it doesn't have to be a snowman. We could just spend time with each other.
But that's not the lyrics, though.
You have to infer it.
Oh,
but
okay.
Because it's a Disney movie made for like 8-year-olds, then I think that they expected you'd be able to read between the lines.
But you gotta, this is coming from me. Like, all right, it's Christmas concert, you know, Rudolph, Jingle Bells, that kind of stuff. And then they bust out, Do You Want to Build a Snowman?
Right, a little bit more advanced.
Yeah. I just didn't, you know, I'm new to the Esmeralda life, I guess.
It's a modern classic, Frozen. I mean, I'm a little stunned you haven't seen Frozen, because even I've seen it like 8 times already.
Would you consider yourself Disney pilled?
Really? Like, I'm Marvel pilled, even though I miss like the most recent ones, like 3 or 4. But I'm not that into like the Disney animated stuff. They know how to do hospitality though, that's for sure.
Okay, I'm with you.
Hey, whoa.
I think
I'm actually crazy at this game.
It's fun, right? Like you're just eating people. I know I asked you this last time, but isn't there like a Disney badge on your cruise room door now that like it's like a prestige badge, like in Call of Duty?
We do. I think like We got a free lanyard and a free backpack this time that said, like, you know, and they do, and it says like, well, it's welcome to the Disney Castaway Club. But then they do stuff like, when they talk to you when you're in the Castaway Club, they don't say like hello, they say welcome home. Like there's pseudo subtle sort of like, I don't even know how to describe it, but they basically are trying to brainwash you.
It's a secret
like,
language.
It is, but being brainwashed has never felt so pleasant.
Wait, so if we were both on the same cruise and we walked in, they would say hello, Daniel, and to you they would say welcome home, Ryan.
Right, they wouldn't even give you the time of day, honestly. I mean, at first cruise, you're not even in the Castaway Club yet. They would be like, why are we wasting our time with this bozo?
Is there an emblem on your door that signifies that you're like that guy?
Some people get them. We did not have one, but I did have a magnet on my door that said we're celebrating my 34th birthday.
Yo, how does it feel to be 34?
About the same, I would say, as 33. Does that change? Do you ever have, I feel like the older you get, it's like only 1 in 10 birthdays change how you feel.
I mean, I don't know. I was having this conversation with chat yesterday. You know, it's like someone's like, "Oh, Keck W, you're old," and I'm like, you know, yeah. I don't really feel old because, like, look at my job. You know what I mean? Like,
that's true.
I don't know. I just like, although the number gets higher, I feel like I almost get less mature.
I think that's probably true as well.
Yeah.
But I would say, I saw a tweet that really resonated with me. And it was basically like, here's when you feel old and here's when you don't. And it was like, you know, 15, not old. 16, not old. 17, old. 18, old. 19, old. 20, ancient. 21, not old. You're young again. 20, 22, you're young. 23, 24, 25, you're young. 26, oh my God, you're old. Then you know, you turn 30 and you're like, I'm ancient again. Then you turn 31 and you're like, I'm young. Like your frame of reference constantly changes. Because when you're 29, you relate to people who are in their 20s. And then when you're in your 30s, you're like 31. You're like, I'm the youngest person in their 30s. I'm the youngest person in my cohort again. It's like being in, you know, 2nd grade when your school goes K to grade 8.
I feel
you're a little fish on the pond.
Here's how I associate being old. When I was in junior year of high school, no, sophomore year of high school, my best friend's older brother, really looked up to him. He's like really, you know, like a cool older brother that I never had. And I'm like, okay, me and my buddy like playing video games. I'm like, but this guy was just, his nickname is Lumpy. Like Lumpy doesn't play video games anymore, so that means like that's when you're old.
He aged out,
yeah, and I'm like, but you never stopped. So I'm like, I guess I'm never old.
Yeah, I guess it's one way to think about it, I guess.
You know, but he's, I see him now and like he's old. Like he like wears a shirt and tie and like doesn't
drives a van.
Yeah, well, I did see I was dropping my kids off at school. I did see a minivan. And you know, sometimes you see those stickers of like, you know, there could be 4 skeletons, 2 mom, dad, and 2 little kids, or like Star Wars, whatever. This one was a picture of a minivan, and underneath it said, "Never say never."
I get it. So he's signaling to the other dads to be that like this could be you one day.
Like more about the minivan, you know, like.
Yeah.
So I thought that was.
Dude, but I now find myself like, before I would see people driving a Honda Odyssey, and I would be like, lol. Now I see, like, I'll be driving out and I'll be like, oh, you know, expletive.
This dude is dripped out.
Yeah, you see that Honda Odyssey, dude? He's even got the foldable 3rd row seating, so you can have more trunk space, or you could take like your nieces to dinner along with the rest of your family. Holy cow. Not to mention like best in class fuel economy for a mid-size minivan. Good Lord.
I saw whatever the Dodge minivan was. It was white, but it had like black decked out rims on it, but not like aftermarket. They were like, they looked like they were designed for it, you know, like speed rims, but they weren't like gaudy. I'm like, hey, any port in the storm.
That's like when you have to have a minivan, but you're like, don't worry, I'm still cool. I'm kind of insane. I know I said it before. I'm kind of crazy at this game.
It's fun, right?
I think I have 400 kills.
I believe it. Speaking of kills,
I'm running them down, man.
Speaking of kills, what did you think of the chess boxing?
I thought it was a lot of fun, actually. I haven't watched many of the creator boxing events, so I didn't really know what to expect. But I think you called it. Like, I hate to say it, the chess was like irrelevant, more or less. But the boxing itself, I was talking to Chad, and it's just like amateur boxers who are like not real amateurs, but like people who don't box, myself included. They never have any defense, and they never aim for a body shot, and that's the best form of boxing. It's just nonstop haymakers going straight for the head. Like every shot is a knockout attempt.
Yeah, that's like, I mean, when you put two people in, that I'm with you. It's like you're gonna get entertainment because it's fun to watch people who don't know what they're doing compete for their lives. You know. I will say,
100%.
I was really surprised and actually kind of like pogged up that they gave them the option, the fighters, the option to wear headgear. Because it's like,
yeah,
it's not like they didn't force them one way or another. It's like, then you kind of knew, all right, like, look, who's in this thing for the...
Who's gangster?
Yeah. And I was surprised, like, if you're an amateur going in there with no headgear, like, you can get bopped. Like, like life-changing hit. But I guess, like, unless you're going against, like, a professional, like, how much damage could really be done?
Dude, I mean, if you're boxing... As soon as somebody says they're not using headgear, you can't be the person that's like, I'm gonna put my helmet on, right? Like you gotta re-up.
Well, that's what Chat, you know, Chat sent me a clip of you talking trash about us boxing, and this is what I said. I said, I think you would be a tough fight. Like I think there's people like it'd be like I'd roll them. You, I'm like, you're not like we're not gonna deal with if we box. Like we're not gonna want to deal with like the years of what happens after if you lose, you know, like I don't see any of us throwing in the towels.
I think I would agree 100%. I think we're both competitive, and I think like we would both take the training very seriously, and in the ring, like it would be no bad blood, but in the ring it would be like for real.
Yeah. And here's my thing is like I actually went this route. Like I could see it getting sad. Like imagine this is what I presented to Chat. I'm like, okay, imagine if you like both of us, right? I know a lot of you know there's some strong people that dislike me in your accord, and that's okay. But like, and it goes like 10 rounds, and we're like our face looks like busted tomatoes. Like at some point you're like, oh man, like I wanted to see Pogs, and like neither of us are backing down, and we're throwing haymakers. Like I think at some point you're like, oh man, this is maybe more entertainment than I bargained for, you know?
I thought you were gonna say because you were gonna like leave my daughter without a father or something.
Oh like no, but like we're like
I
literally
you were going in that direction.
No, we look like raw steak, you know, and like we're busted up, and I think there's an element of it that could be sad too, Sag.
Well, I mean, it's not. I always find like UFC hard to watch for that reason. I know like people are into it, but I don't like watching like a man get his life choked out of him for like 40 seconds straight, you know? Brock Lesnar just like putting a forearm on the dude's windpipe and then just watching a timer tick down, like that drives me crazy. I just don't enjoy that. But boxing, I don't know. Boxing turns me into like a world star audience member where I'm like they just got lit up.
Well, you know, every now and then, like, you know, someone getting slumped over, you know, and you know, like, all right, how much damage could it really be? It's just a leather glove, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. There, you know, the fight I really liked. I liked the Myth and then the colored hair guy fighting. Like, I'm like,
Churdley's.
Yeah, I'm
He's
like,
crazy.
I'm like, this thing is like, Myth is Jack. This other guy is like, you know, just kind of like average Joe looking. But like, that's the kind of fight that can, you know, it goes legendary. Yeah.
Dude, when Myth gave him 2 straights to the face, and then he went woo and did the like footwork shuffle, the Fortnite emote on him. I was telling Chat like I would have resigned right there. I would have no shot.
But that guy kept coming. The other guy, Charnley's.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. I knew the people we know, and I didn't know any of the other people.
Yeah, I'm the same way. We should get to this exfil. I just pinged it.
Oh, okay.
And then, you know, it's a little different, like, because, like, I'd say I'm, like, acquaintance with Point Crow and Botez. You know, like, you played games together, whatever, you know them. You're not, like, you know, tight. But, like, that adds a different level. Like, I was, like, had a little bit more skin in the game. I'm like, you got to win. Like, you can't lose.
I know. I mean, That's what I'm saying. Like, it's all fun and games, but I'm sure like once you get punched in the face one time, you're like, this is now very serious. Like now I'm out for blood. Like I want to knock my opponent to the mat.
We gotta head south, Rose here.
Okay.
Right,
I'm
so
en route. I'm en route.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, and I thought you would be pogged up over the chest, but I'm, you know, I'm glad I wasn't just non-chest pilled. Because, I don't know, I was just waiting for the chest to get over so we could see them slug it out.
I think it highlights the, like, how fun amateur boxing can be.
I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble.
And amateur chess, you know, like it has positives and it has negatives, but like nobody wanted to see the matches be decided by like checkmate. Everybody wanted it to be like a clean knockout.
Oh, for sure.
I'm also in trouble.
All right, where are you?
But I'm also insane at the game. I'm also down.
Okay, I'm trying to find you. I got you. Is it clear in there?
There's shots around me. There's a dude, yeah, right there.
Okay, let me play it up and then I'm gonna come get you.
No sweat.
Oh, he's got you. Cheesecake got you. All right.
Thank you, Cheesecake. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's rare that like I watch something and I'm like, okay, I'll watch 5 minutes, and 5 minutes turned into like, okay, I'm gonna watch this majority of this event.
Yeah, like 3 hours.
Yeah. And I think, you know, to put even something like that. Are you down again?
I am. Okay. I am down again.
I'll get you.
I think I'm safe though.
Just, you know, for someone like Ludwig to put that together is, you know.
Oh, you got to do it on you.
Is an incredible piece.
Oh, is that a real person?
I think I was a real player. Yeah.
He was wearing a big backpack.
It's good, but it's good fun, right? Like we were close to Exfil.
I don't really know what was happening.
I mean, it's like Tarkov.
I would say that's correct.
So you go around, you pick up stuff, you yeet people, and then you get out.
Okay. But then what do you do with the stuff that you get?
It turns into XP, and like you keep some of the weapons. That part I'm a little hazy on. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Like, look at this XP though. Holy cow. How many AI kills? 42. Oh baby.
You're pretty close. Yo, Potato Tower, thanks for 25 gifted. Sorry for donut-walling you, Ryan. I don't know how to mute.
Oh, it's no problem. I think you have to leave because you're the party leader.
Got it.
Man.
But
42 kills.
Speaking of party, tell me about this slice and dice.
Honestly, I would tell you straight up, I don't think it's your cup of tea.
Okay.
It's basically like I wouldn't say it's more complicated like to win than Slay the Spire, but I would say the learning curve is higher than Slay the Spire. So if you're already like this game is too like it's a sheer cliff face to climb, you probably don't want to be in Slice and Dice.
See, the only thing that is, and I've just seen you post stuff about it. The only thing I've seen that's like exciting about it is the Gamba dice.
What is the Gamba dice?
Like your whole thing is on a dice roll, and you see the dice.
Yes, that's true.
You know, that to me, that's intriguing.
I mean, the fact that you roll dice instead of drawing cards, I like that.
Yeah.
But it does mean sometimes, like, you're like, oh, I have a great build, and then you just roll garbage 3 times in a row, and you're like, well, I guess I wasted the last 45 minutes of my life.
Speaking of wasting 45 minutes of your life, Dwarf, I feel like you're gonna give Dwarf Fortress a try.
I don't think so.
No?
No, I know myself, I think. I believe that it's probably a great game. It's one of those things where like I'm learning to ignore everybody a lot more than I ever have before in my life.
Mm-hmm.
My personal prediction is that it's one of those games like RimWorld, like you know, Crusader Kings, etc., where people are like, oh, it would be so pog to see you play it, and then nobody watches it at all. People like show up and type like, this is so much fun, and then they go watch somebody else do something that's more entertaining.
Yeah, I think you got to be cut from a certain bag of tea to enjoy that game. You know what I mean? Not enjoy it, but to enjoy watching it. Because I think like, in a different world, I think I would enjoy playing it, but not streaming it.
That's the thing. Like, I think it's probably, if I had more free time, If I was 22 and childless, that would probably be a good way to waste like 6 hours a day. But the present place of my life, especially whenever people are like, "Hey, you should jump into this game that's been around. I've been playing it for 12 years. Can you jump into this game that just came out on Steam so I can backseat you for?" I gotta mute this guy, dude. I can't handle this. I can't handle the breathing.
Oh, I didn't even hear him.
Really?
Yeah, I must be just numb to it.
He's going like. I didn't take a gun.
It's okay. We'll get you one. Wait, this guy, you're dunking on this guy. This guy's Canadian.
How do you know?
Look at his arm.
Oh.
Hey, where in Canada are you from?
I'm not in Canada. I'm in New York.
Oh, he's K Kona, Ryan. Never mind.
That's all right. I stand with New York. Hey, can you kill somebody so I can take their gun?
Rocket launcher, let me know. I gotta blow up 6 cars.
This guy is just He's just talking.
He's
now.
got. I can hear him. He's got to blow up 6 vehicles.
But that's where the game is kind of interesting. Is like, you know, we can decide to help this guy. There's a gun in here.
Let's go. Thank you.
Here, I dropped the ammo behind you.
Thank you. I'll stow that real quick. Oh, a recon drone.
Right.
Hey, he said if you get a if you see a rocket launcher, let him know. He has to blow up 6 vehicles.
Got it. We'll get that done. See, we can be helpful to this guy. So Ryan,
he's very serious. You see, he's crouching everywhere.
This is, I mean, it's like Tarkov. It's arcade Tarkov. It's, you know, some people take it real serious, and a lot of Tarkov players play this because they don't have to sit through a 9-minute queue.
They're still working on that, huh?
Yeah, unfortunately, I think. But anyways, oh, you got a gun, so you're good.
Honestly, I might be one of the best players this game has ever seen.
Let them know who you're repping.
Do you have a gun? I just
do.
saw your fist being out.
Yeah, so I got a dangly thing on mine. This is so you get like 1 gun. Woo! So, get back in there.
Oh, that's brutal, dude.
Back to the ghoulie. All right. That was nice.
I love bots, dude. It's so funny.
Oh yeah, thank you. So what have you been pogging up about lately? What's got your pogs flowing?
So actually, I think Midnight Suns is a great game. I think it's one of the rare times that I think something is like a pretty horrible game to stream, but I think it's a great game to play.
That's XCOM Marvel, right?
Yeah. And the actual like dating sim stuff, whatever, you know, that's just
what's dating sim stuff?
There's social links in the game, so you can like, you know, take Captain America and go to like a book club and stuff like that.
Do they you know,
our dude was down.
Do they do the stuff?
There's no
lineage.
There's no real romance in the game, but there's like I don't even think there's implied romance, but there's a lot of double entendres.
Okay. I understand. But that's not your cup of tea is what you're saying.
That stuff I could take or leave, but I love Firaxis does the best like XCOM style gameplay. Like you can keep your Mario and Rabbids as far as I'm concerned.
You hear this guy?
I keep getting interrupted by John Special Forces over here.
They're at the stronghold.
Okay, they're at the stronghold.
Okay. 10-4. So like you'll play through the whole campaign. How has it been doing well on? This guy is just talking about this.
I know, right? So rude.
Hey, we're streaming right now, if you don't mind. Well, you think you'll play through the whole campaign on Twitch?
Yeah, the numbers are really not great, but it's I'm probably gonna do it anyway because I'm probably a third of the way through. I know I could just power it up and finish it.
I watched like 5 minutes of you. It was a lot of talking, and then they unveiled what I assumed to be your character because it didn't look like the other characters. I
am a bald man with a gold choker.
And
I can't
horns,
take the
right?
choker off. Well, I'm wearing and horns, yeah. But I only have the horns within battle. There's real dudes over there. Ooh. What a shot. Anyway, I'm also wearing a shirt that says, "I'm gonna make you my witch."
Team.
That's a real team. Okay, we should maybe dial.
I'm going to hide.
He's better than me. Did you see that 200-meter shot though, Chet? Holy cow!
I'm right in front of you. I just got downed.
Oh, okay. One sec. Let me ice this fool. I'm good.
Oh, it's okay.
I should have rezzed. That's a real guy. He tore.
Yeah, real guy.
Squad eliminated. Dude, just an honest assessment. No disrespect to our teammate. If you're gonna talk that much about the game, you gotta be better than that. I'm used to playing with Apollo. We can be singing 1980s songs 24/7, and he's still getting like 7 kills a game and covering us. And occasionally he's like, "Shut up," and I'm like, "Okay, now it's time to get serious."
Do you know what yesterday I learned that Under Pressure is not a David Bowie song.
It's a 2-piece.
No, it's a 1-piece.
It's a Queen David Bowie jam.
Right, but I was listening to the Queen playlist and it came on, and there's no mention of David Bowie on the Spotify title.
I think that's I think that they should have a featuring David Bowie on there. That's just my 2 cents.
But there was no FT on it.
But they're I don't know. I honestly don't know. Was this in your car?
Yeah.
Is it possible that maybe you just weren't looking on the scrolling for long enough because you had to look in front of you?
No, it was they just said Queen Under Pressure. If you go to Queen on Spotify, it's like their #2 song of all time. And I'm like, oh, I thought this was David. And there's no David.
It's definitely both.
And then I asked Chad, and Chad got mad. I'm like, what, Freddie Mercury didn't have the chops to sing it, so they had to bring in David Bowie? And they're like, that's kind of rude. I'm like, well, that's why they brought him in.
Well, they can both sing really. Freddie Mercury's like one. I don't even like Queen, but he's one of the best singers of all time.
Okay, so then why did they need David Bowie?
I mean, why did Beyonce need Kelly Rowland?
She didn't. That's why she left Destiny's Child.
Okay, you know what? Good point. Good point. I think it's just it was a feature.
Yeah, but it doesn't say featuring on the song.
I think it might, honestly. I think it may, because sometimes, you know, when I'm using Spotify, sometimes I'm like, hey, play First of the Month by Bone Thugs and Harmony, and then it plays like some busted live version, and then I hit shuffle like 8 times in a row, and it's like, oh, finally this is the real song, and then it's like it's non-explicit lyrics, like it's who's listening to Bone Thugs and Harmony non-explicit edition?
I will say though, my son's like listening to We Are the Champions. And when you listen in your car, it puts like the album cover on it, and they can see that in the back seat. And they're like, Dad, what is that a picture of? And it's this picture of this giant like crushing 3 women. And it's like small, it's like small enough where you can't really tell what it is, but like they can kind of tell. And I'm like, oh, it's just this giant like with tomato sauce. And they're like, okay.
Yeah. It's a giant that's stepping on a bit of spaghetti.
My older son wasn't really buying it. He's like, "Are those people in his hand?" I'm like, I don't know. It's too small. But like, I didn't have an answer. Like, what is that cover art? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You have a photographic memory.
I don't know the album art because the only Queen album art I know is the one where it's the 4 of them arranged like next to each other, and the lights are like really top down, so you can't really see the tops of their heads. You can only see their face. Do you listen to music in the car with your kids that has swearing in it?
No, absolutely. Like there's a song, there's a Weezer song, and it's called Memories. And
but you listen to Weezer with your kids?
No, but when it goes like they like talk about you know, procreating. And like when that part comes on, I just turn the volume down real quick. You know?
You're self-censoring.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I don't listen to like swear words or anything with them.
Oh, you lit them up. Look at that.
Do you?
I don't know. Like most of the time we're in the car. she's still at the point where like I played just like Under the Sea and then let it kind of autofill from there. So there haven't been too many like swear words I've had to worry about. But occasionally, like we've been, she loves these like funny cat videos on YouTube. So we'll load up like funniest cat memes of 2022, episode 70, right? And occasionally there'll be like TikToks, so there'll be like some foul language. And I'm just like, you know, I think as long as I don't react to it, she's not gonna know what that is for a while. Like, but if I go like, oh, this is ridiculous, then she's gonna be at the daycare saying like, you know, F you, F you. And I'm horrendous.
I will say though, like sometimes, like, so my kids like Mario, and so they'll like they'll request to listen to like a Mario cartoon episode in the car, like listen to it.
Yeah.
So I'll play it, and then anytime a Koopa's talking, I'll just yell out Koopas, and then and then they'll say, Dad, why do you keep saying that? I'm like, I don't know. You know, like, so it's kind of like it's steeping over a little bit, you know?
Do they like it though, or
not really? They don't laugh.
No?
Only if like the one thing that I do that they laugh is like I'll make up words to songs and make it about them, and then they'll start laughing. That's about it.
I'm Peepo-G'ing right now. I'm gonna write that one down. No
you know, like if you
that.
take like Under the Sea and if you change the lyrics to be about like about, you know, your daughter, you know, like they like that kind of stuff. Did you just get run over?
Yeah,
I got you.
Freaking creamed.
I'm
dead though.
I think I can shock paddle you.
On, I'm pleading enemy squads to join them. Oh, look at this!
Is it just make sure the car's not coming for me?
Yeah, it's getting our other guy right now. You're still okay.
No, he's coming for me! Hurry, get him!
Oh, he's coming! He's coming! He's coming! He's coming! Oh, he turned! Oh,
all right.
Oh, dude.
That's
why I was I couldn't help but laugh at how I got killed.
You just got
pancaked me.
Are you at the point? Do you watch stuff with your daughter, or does she watch like stuff that? Oh! You got us both.
No, I jumped over it somehow. Take one of those. Is that you?
I'm down. I'm down.
I got you. Oh, uh-oh. Are they coming?
I don't know. I can't see. That sounds like they're coming.
Oh, they missed. They missed.
Hurry up.
They missed again.
Nice save. Get inside. Get inside.
I can't believe that worked.
Nice save. Cowards.
I disabled the vehicle.
Let's rush him.
Rush him.
Rush him. Oh, nice. Where are they? Trying to ping them?
I don't see him.
What if they're all dead?
I got eyes left side.
Okay, I'm watching right. Oh, was that you? You threw that?
That was me. That was me. I think it was a smoke grenade.
I threw one too in there.
Oh.
Sweeping clear. I think you killed them all.
No, I didn't get any like any dopamine. Oh, jumper cables.
All right.
I will say, how much of a flex is it that like Activision is like, you know, that game that you guys are working on? We're just gonna like add it into our game for free.
Oh,
we're just gonna make like a better, yeah. We're just gonna make like a functional version of it, and then we're just gonna come out with it as like as a nice little like icing on the cake for people that want to get the game to begin with.
I like, you know, it brings a little bit of innovative sauce to the table. But are you at the point where you can watch stuff with your daughter, or is she still watching like, you know, gummy bears and stuff like that?
She's getting there, but I would say like her attention span is still like. We could sit down and watch like an episode of Peppa Pig together, but there's no way we could watch like a 2-hour long movie together yet. I guess kids movies tend to be a little shorter, but even like an hour of sitting and watching the same stuff, I'm like, it would be a tough sell.
For both of you.
Yes. But we took her, you know, when we went on the cruise, we had to fly to San Diego first, right? So we had her on her first flight for like 2 hours or so, and she was totally fine. Just chilling out on her iPad with her headphones on.
Vibing out.
And it was turbulent on the landing too, and Kate and I were looking at each other like, this is getting a little serious, but she was just like, you know, she was having a great time.
Yeah, they don't know what they don't know, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you go to the San Diego Zoo?
I did.
Is it legendary? Is it as... Oh, you see those guys falling out?
It was pretty amazing. Like, it's like it was a zoo that definitely had everything. Like every animal you've ever heard of was in the zoo.
But is it like the S tier of zoo? Is it's like worth it if you're there to go?
It's by far the best zoo I've ever been to. Let's put it that way. Now I haven't been to too many zoos, although my parents showed me a home movie they took when I was 2, where we went to a zoo in like rural Ontario, and it was like, I hated watching the video. As a kid, you're like, there's animals here. This is fun. As an adult, they got like a 6x6 cage with a polar bear in it in the middle of summer, just walking around in a circle, looking like, I don't even know, like 1/3 the size of a normal polar bear because it's not eating enough. And you're like, it's like animal cruelty, man.
As a kid, were you pogging though?
I was like, oh my God, a polar bear. This is incredible. Hi, Mr. Polar Bear. Hi.
I think that's what one thing that Joe Exotic did is like put a light on that, you know? Like now, like I feel like people think about that stuff more. Yeah. Like you think about, like, you know, like you're like, yo, this is how it really works, and you're like, man, when he gets bit by the tiger and through the jeans, or you know, you're like, ah, well, you know, not saying you had it coming, but I'm not saying it either.
Yeah, like when the tiger ripped that person's arm off. Spoilers, sorry.
Yeah, spoilers. I will say there is this disheartening clip on TikTok. It was like people who were having a birthday party where there was this alligator, you know? And so
yeah,
the girl was like getting the alligator out of the thing, and it like bit her arm and then just started doing 360s. You know, she ended up being okay, but I'm like, I don't know, man. Like I'm not bringing an alligator around my kid. You know, like what if that thing snaps? You got no defense.
Dude, I remember there was you know, there's days where I'm like, I'm a great dad today, and then there's days where I'm like, I'm just okay. But then I remember feeling a lot better about myself when I saw this video of a dad who took his 2-year-old kid like through the fence at the zoo to get a selfie with the gorilla.
What?
Oh, there's a real lad here. What have I done? I gotta rush him.
With you?
Yeah, he and his son, well, he hopped the fence with his son, I should say. And then tried to get a selfie. And then people were like, dude, what are you doing? And he's like, I just wanted a picture with the gorilla. No big deal.
Like, he didn't even, like, understand what he was doing.
No, but he was, like, publicly shamed, which I support.
Where are you? Are you in the building?
Yeah, I just jumped out.
Okay. He's around here somewhere. I didn't get him.
I'll be the decoy.
Okay. You know, they actually have, like, blow-up inflatable decoys.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't know, maybe I got him. I downed him. I just don't know how to tell if it's a real player or a scav. All right, let's do it.
Why not?
Let him know who you're repping. Do you feel like there's days to dad you're like, I give myself a 5 out of 10 on the dad scale?
I think it's just there's days where I'm like, I'm all in.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm tired, but that was good. And then there's days where I was looking at my phone for like, you know, a little too long today. But I also think it's like, you know, some days that's kind of what you need. You need to take a little time to be like, you know, to take care of yourself so you can take care of other people too.
Doom scrolling? Yeah.
Not doom, just like literally being like, I just need to not be in charge of a kid for like 5 minutes out of this hour.
No, I'm with you. I kind of had this revelation where I'm like, outside of like instincts, I'm like, I don't know what I'm really doing dad wise. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I'm like, well, I've read books on other things I've been interested in, you know, whether, you know, how to do X, Y, or Z. I'm like, maybe I should read a little bit about other people's examples of parenting, you know, whether I agree with it or disagree with it, just to have some sort of outside intel. And it's been kind of interesting, you know?
That's why I don't read biographies of famous people. I read biographies of famous people's parents. Like, I don't need to know anything about Thomas Edison. Tell me how Thomas Edison's mom, how much screen time did Thomas Edison's mom let him have when Thomas Edison was a toddler?
Oh, toast this. Oh, it's wings!
What is this?
That's got to be some kind of boss or something. It's going down. Oh, yo!
Look at, do you see when it exploded? It dropped like it just turned into a box.
Gold coins. All right, let's get in there. Oh, I'm out of bullets here. Any goods?
I see a huge box here. There's got to be something in it. I have no idea. Well, oh, here we go. I'm capturing it.
Someone's oh, that's our buddy.
This car sounds like he needs some Imodium.
What's in there?
Oh, key to a South Zaya scientist apartment. Hey, check this out. There's an $8,000 something in here.
Oh,
Maybe
take
it's
it.
just
Take
cash. No, please. I may never boot this up again.
I think if this came out in Unity, in Unity's heyday, I think we'd play this.
I think it's just like it reminds me, and you're gonna hate this comparison, but it reminds me a little bit of like Payday, where I'm like, at some point, or you know, actually a better comparison, it reminds me of Call of Duty Zombies, where a lot of people are into it, but when I've shot like my 10,000th AI player, I'm like, or AI character, I'm like, I'm just so burned out. Like just that for 45 minutes straight is just it's mind-numbing for me a little bit.
But the real players in here doesn't give you a little bit of boost of adrenaline?
I think it does give you a little bit of a boost, honestly. Yeah. Like the knowing that I could kill or be killed by a real player was what keeps me in right now.
Do you want to go try a little Warzone after this? Do you have it installed?
I have no idea if I have it installed, but I think I do.
We should give it one run.
Probably give one run of Warzone.
What else you got on the docket today?
Great question. Probably Super Auto Pets test build. It's still a good time.
What's test? Will you have access to the test?
Everyone has access to the test. So it's on the Itch.io website.
Oh, that's, you know what? I did try to do a first look at a slice and dice, and then it's not on Steam.
Right.
It's an Itch.io game.
That is a problem for people. I've had a lot of people, more people than ever before, come to the stream and be like, "Where did you get this game? It's not on Steam."
Yeah. Are they like? Is it just an early build or something?
I think that they're just on Itch.io.
Is it free?
It's not free. It's like $7, I think. It's pay what you want, $7 minimum.
So it's not pay what you want.
Well, it's pay what you want, $7 minimum, or as most people would describe it, pay $7.
Do you tip on carryout?
I do. Can I tell you something? I think this would have steamed you up for sure. I got takeout from my daughter's favorite restaurant.
Okay. What kind of? You don't tell me the restaurant. What kind of food?
It's pasta.
Oh, hey, if we get in here, we win. Jump in here.
Oh, dude, look at that.
So you're getting pasta?
Yeah, and the dude goes, "Okay, here's your order," and he hands me the. Oh, I love the rat, the worm at the end. He hands me the bag, and then he hands me the card reader, and I go to press OK, and then he goes, "Oh wait, I forgot something," and then I watch him like X out the order, and then start the process again, but hit 10% on the tip option, and then hand it back to me. I just ate it. I was like, I'm not gonna cause a fuss here because I know I'm gonna be back here anyway because it's my kid's favorite restaurant. But I think a lot of people would have put up a real stink for sure.
So if there was no recompense, not recompense, but like if you were never going back to that restaurant,
yeah,
what would IRL Ryan have said?
I probably would have just eaten it. Yeah. But then I would have like lit him up on Google reviews or something.
I mean, let me ask you, if he would have handed you, said that, would you like to leave a tip, sir? You probably would have left more than 10%.
I always tip on carry out. Yeah. You know, and this is like, I don't want to make myself look like too much of a hero, but especially ever since the pandemic, I was like, you know, restaurants are getting bent over the barrel here. And my business did just fine during the pandemic, so
Yeah.
I consider it like a little surplus, like maybe today you, tomorrow me. But then for them to just assume and put the tip on top of it, I thought it was a little bit, I don't even know how to describe it. Garish, a little garish.
That's what, like, I feel the same. Like, I felt like before the pandemic, I don't feel like I ever felt compelled to tip on takeout because, you know, I just didn't. But then after, I'm like, there was like a huge social shift of like, all right, like I don't know, I felt like pressure, but I'm like, oh, like I kind of felt the same way. I'm like, look, if this restaurant survived, it's like, all right, let me make sure they survive the next one.
Yeah, and also like tipping discourse is so weird. Like the way I see it is it's disingenuous to tip eating in and not tip eating out. Because like I don't pay for them to bring the plate to my table. It's like, oh, all the stuff you did in the back and then putting it on the window to send and then the bing bing and the bing bing and then bringing it out and then stuff like that stuff is not the reason I tip, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. The reason I tip is just because tipping is what you do. It's not, which is messed up in and of itself, but I tip because of social convention. It's not like, oh, I only tip if I sat in a booth. If I had to take it out and eat it in my car like a scumbag, then you don't deserve my tip. I consider that to be like jumping through intellectual hoops. I think there's some cognitive dissonance there.
Well, here's what me and Jack got into a little bit of a disagreement. People are like, tips aren't commission. I'm like, yes, it is. Because I go, if you were a server and I asked you, hey, is the salmon or the steak, what's better? I'm like, do most servers automatically recommend what's more expensive? Because I would think, because they're on commission. And chat's like, no, tips aren't commission. I'm like, what? They are. Because the more.
So you assumed that they would be like an agent of the restaurant trying to funnel you towards something a little more expensive.
Because like say that salmon's 20 and the steak's 40, their tip is going to be higher on the steak, and I get it.
True.
So that's why I'm like, because I asked a waitress yesterday, I'm like, which of these two are better? And I'm like, I would just in my head, I'm like, she's going to say what's more expensive.
And what did she say?
I don't know. I went with something other than the two she recommended.
Oh, you're one of those guys? Hey, what's better, the steak or the salmon? I'd say the steak. All right, I'll have the chicken marsala, please.
No, I always ask, if I go to a new restaurant, I'm like, what is your number one best thing? And if you don't give me like one answer, if you give me, well, it depends on what you're in the mood for, then I don't go with what they recommend. I just want
I never feel like a server is trying to upsell me on food. But I feel like there are things that a server can do to make the bill bigger. The easiest one is to just come around and be like, would you like a refill on that? If they ask me 6 times, one of those 6 times, I'm gonna be like, you know what, sure.
I'm with you.
Toss another $17 pint of Bud Light onto the bill.
You know what, to me,
hit the spot.
To me, the golden standard of a great waiter or waitress is, and it's also, I'm like not picky at all, like I'm easygoing, but if I'm having like my 2 hours a week, not to be sag, but if I'm on my date night away from kids for the week and I'm in an in-depth conversation with my wife and you interrupt and be like, hey, would you like some jalapeno poppers? I'm just like, I internally I hit him with the Ryan Gary. I don't do it out loud, but the server that walks by sees us in an in-depth conversation, walks by, I see them walk by, I give them a nod. I'm like, okay, your tip just went through the moon, you know?
But I feel like, you know what's crazy is that you would think that would be, because I feel the same way. Like the less I'm bothered, the happier I am. But there are a lot of people who are like, oh, I my water has been almost out for 3 times the waitress walked by our table. She's not getting a tip. Like, there's people that want to be, like, doted on at the Olive Garden, hand and foot for whatever reason.
Speaking of, I saw your tweet. You just recently went to Olive Garden.
For the very first time.
Is it? I haven't been in, like, years. Is it good?
Yeah, I thought it was completely serviceable. Good might not be the term that I would use.
What would you like? All right, out of 10.
I'll give it like a 5, but not like a video game 5, like a movie 5, where you like walk out of the theater and you're like, that wasn't like a complete waste of time.
Does your daughter who likes pasta, did she like put her nose up to it?
She didn't need anything at the Olive Garden. We got her like spaghetti with marinara sauce. We added an upcharged meatball to it. On top of that, she ate some of the breadsticks actually, at least. But apart from that, nothing.
What implored you to go to Olive Garden?
So we had to go to the U.S. to do an interview for basically like TSA pre-check for our toddler, which was an extreme waste of time because they basically were just like, she's 2, and I was like, yeah, I know. And then they're like, okay, you're approved. Then while we were there, we were like, we might as well have dinner with our in-laws because they live down there. And they were like, let's go to the Olive Garden. You know, it's a place. We got 3 kids with us at that point. 4 adults. That's an easy place to go for a quick meal. And I mean, that was the basic gist of it.
Was there any, like, for you, was there any hesitation? Like, let's go to Chipotle instead or something?
No, I was like, dude, I've been on the road for like 6 hours. I would love to go to Olive Garden and at least have an anecdote for stream. At least get something, you know?
Do you ever do stuff, maybe not outside the realm of your comfortability, but like within your realm of comfortability, just so you could talk about it on stream?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I would say the Olive Garden was like part of that. Although it was also like, I don't want to be the squeaky wheel that's like, no, I heard it's bad, I don't want to go.
What did you get?
So I'm honestly, I'm a little inspired by the chess boxing. I want to cut body fat a little bit.
Yeah.
So I got the only possible combination of food on the menu that was reasonably healthy and under like 1,200 calories. So it was like rigatoni, basic marinara sauce, and then some grilled chicken on top of it.
Why didn't you go salad? Is salad a myth?
What do you mean by that?
Like,
speak on that for a bit.
Like, if you get a plate of pasta and I get a salad, the calories could be close to equal.
They could be, but probably not unless you got a salad that was like, you know, creamy dressing, full of bacon, you know, stuff like that.
Because
the catch is like, I don't know about you, but as like a fully grown adult man, I'm not getting like a big garden salad and then being like, I'm full.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to eat something like within 90 minutes probably.
But the theorem or postulate or scam of salad is that you eat more water so it fills your stomach, so you're theoretically not hungry.
I think it has nothing. I think it has very little to do with the water content. I think it's just you're filling your stomach with food that is relatively non-calorically dense.
Because of the water.
I suppose, but also because of the fiber. Hey, check this out.
Deploying decoy.
Oh, we gotta hit a button now, I think. That's cool, right?
It's pretty neat. Dude, it looks real. I would fall for that for sure.
Yeah. Oh, we got a guy right here. I just pinged him. He's on the roof. He's about to get sniped. Oh, you piece.
I'm ready. Can you lean in Warzone?
Yeah. I think it's one of the 5 mouse buttons.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
It is one of the 5 mouse buttons. You're right.
Dude, I was a button click away. Oh, there, you see him? You got a sniper or no? Ooh, do you see him? Just pop up. Oh, give me.
See his little head.
Stand still, you piece.
Check your Discord messages, man. Check your Discord messages. You know you want to. You know you want to.
I just need him to take one step back. Come on. You're like Bradley Cooper. You piece.
He didn't fall for my decoy either. Maybe he didn't see it.
last night, but I was one mouse button click away from joining your ranks. And I'm like, I don't want to make this purchase at 11 o'clock at night without a clear head.
Yeah, I understand.
But I woke up this morning. I'm like, okay, I'm doing it.
Hey.
And partially because of all this boxing talk, you know?
Dude, for real. While I was watching it, I was like, I don't know how to throw a punch at all, but at least I wouldn't be gassed 15 seconds into round one. I'd probably be gassed like 30 seconds into round one, but
I think like I never boxed, but I wrestled for like half a semester in middle school. And I remember being like, oh, this is going to be easy. And I got into one match, and like halfway through the first round, it was like the most exasperating thing I'd ever done. Because like you're fighting, every inch of your being is like fighting for your life. And then at one practice, it turned into pandemonium. I don't know why. Like normally we had two coaches and one of the coaches wasn't there. And I swear it was like a prison break. Everyone just started swinging. I got knocked over and a kid like used my head as like a lever. I'll never forget this, to get to like one of the biggest kids in class. So he took his like rubber and like scraped my face. And after that, I was like, I'm done. I'm done with wrestling. But everyone started fighting. I don't remember why, but probably something to do with wrestling, you know? Like someone got slammed hard.
Apparently this is like a really common story, but in 9th grade, our school had a fight club. What? And I remember like, it was like, I was not in high school when Fight Club came out. I was in like 5th grade. So this is like reasonably past it. But like kids would just like at lunchtime, they would just go walk like to this park that was like 5 minutes away from school and just beat the crap out of each other.
What do you mean?
I remember being like, you know, this is totally normal because this is my first year of high school. Maybe it's just a thing that happens. Then one day my parents were like, hey, we heard about that fight club at the school. You better not be a part of it. And I was like, this just got serious.
Would you go to and watch, or you just heard about it?
I would just eat my sandwich in the cafeteria. I didn't care to see anybody hit or be hit. Although in the car right here.
I see him. Were you gonna open fire or hold?
Let's open fire.
Oh!
He's honking. It's a stream honker. Get blasted.
Got one. Oh, nice. Dude, I think we got him. Nice.
I got one.
I got the other one. I got one.
Hey.
Wait, so the
3-plate armor vest. Go ahead. I already got one.
Okay, TY. So the kids would just like, uh-oh. I hear a rocket somewhere. Did you hear that?
I did hear it.
So the kids would just like march off and
yeah, and just beat the crap out of each other like outside the baseball diamond. Honestly, in hindsight, I wish I at least went to like watch. Yeah. I don't care to get involved, but I would love to see some fists get thrown at lunchtime. That's more entertaining than anything else we were doing.
Up, get a car coming. Oh,
I hear you.
Should we? Yes or no?
Oh yes, absolutely.
I mean, I'm hesitant to tell this story on stream because I don't want anyone to do it. I think I might have told you once, but in middle school, at lunchtime, kids would go into the bathroom. It's like Minkus now. I was wise enough not to do it, and I would get scared, but like I'd like laugh scare because some of my buddies would do it. They would take a deep breath and like hold their breath. You know what I'm gonna say? I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, they like punch him in the windpipe or something, right?
No. And then someone would like, I don't want to say it because I don't want anyone to do it, but like they would make the person like go limp.
Yeah, pass out.
Yeah, and I'm like, because I'd never really seen anyone pass out before, and they just turned into like a rag doll. And then they would come back, like when they came back, they would look confused and then just start laughing. But I'm like, I know that's like super, super dangerous, but like in middle school, like they didn't know any different. And
yeah.
But then I stopped going because I got scared. That's the kind of kid I was like, I'd watch something once, think it's like semi-funny because I was scared, and then I just wouldn't do it again.
Yeah, I mean, everyone there was like, another car on the bridge right here.
Someone's dropping into our right too. Ooh, toast him. There's two guys on the roof right there. One jumped.
Good intel. Good intel. I have a precision airstrike.
What do you think is like the Oh, God. Man, there's guys everywhere. Got him. Ooh.
Whoa!
Team wiped. Did you get him or didn't I get him?
I didn't even take a shot.
What do you think is the dumbest thing you ever did as a kid?
There's a couple. Like when I was super young, I was at swimming lessons, and you know how the #1 rule of like being at a pool is you don't run on the deck. I was like, yeah, whatever. That's for like other people, not for me. And then my mom came to pick me up, and I got so excited, I just sprinted on the deck, and I just remember hearing them be like, "Oh, one more by that dude's corpse." I remember them being like, "Don't, oh, let's go." Don't run on the deck. And then I fell and like smashed my nose on the tile and like bled everywhere and was crying.
How old were you?
I was probably like 7. Pretty young.
You're in the swim team?
No, I was just like, you know, learning how to swim.
Oh, I got you. I got you. Were you part of any, you were part of the chess club. Were you on any sports teams, basketball? I heard the jumping jack story.
I was on the trivia team in 12th grade. I don't want to brag. Malf will vouch for this. When we went to our trivia meet, the competition, the teacher was like, okay, everyone's going to rotate every game, so everyone gets a chance to play, except Ryan, you're going to be on the team every round. Hey, dude, I still remember that. I still remember that compliment like every day.
Did you win the provincials or whatever?
No, we went like 0-4 in the regionals.
Why?
Like, I don't want to like cast shade on anybody, but the rest of the team wasn't pulling their damn weight.
Couldn't you just tell them the answers?
No, because like some of the rounds that you play, like everybody takes a turn answering questions. So it would be like, you know, I remember there was one that was like, okay, everybody has to take a turn answering questions. We're gonna name like 3 professional athletes. You name the team that they played for, and I nailed mine. And I remember that my friend, they were like Maurice Richard, Jean Beliveau, and like some other extremely famous Montreal Canadiens player. And I'm looking this dude dead in the eyes, and he goes, Detroit Red Wings. And right there, I was like, it's over. We got no shot, dude.
I don't like that format. I like team based, and then you consult, and you're like, all right, here's our answer. We're locking it in together. Because then you know, like you may be good at chemistry, and they may be good at obscure TV, you know, but you work together.
That's the thing. They had us playing soccer where the whole team matters. And I think it would have been better if it was basketball, where if you had like 2 good players, you could just run the table.
Yeah, just
dude, right here.
Just feed him the ball. I got you. Good ping, good ping.
He's running scared. He's behind the gas.
Yeah, that piece. I'm gonna
and then there's one up on the edge right here.
I'm gonna airstrike them both.
Same. Oh, they're moving? They've jumped down like under the road here.
Yeah, I think they're under that wall. We can't see them now, right? Because of the wall.
Well, watch this. Oh, sorry, the airspace is too crowded. They should let you stack them. I like your laser, by the way.
There you go. Thanks. Oh,
he's diving. Oh, get cracked, son.
Ooh!
Oh, he's good to me. He's good to me.
We should probably go for the gas, huh?
I'm with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, guy right in front of me. Pinged him.
Okay, coming. I see him.
Let me know who you're repping.
He's on me. He's on me. Oh, I got toasted, dude. I had a grenade out. He's tearing me.
Not tearing nothing.
Let's go. Well, dude, it's all right. I'll come out of the gulag.
I need a gun. What the fuck?
I've been captured by Al Mazrah.
How much money do I need to bring you back?
That was a gun.
I'm ready.
Yo, I heard the guy. There's open VoIP. I can hear him.
I'm in a 2-piece gulag with Mini God.
Chad, how much money do I need to bring Ryan back?
I got you cup. I've broken his armor, Mini God.
4K to buy back. Got you.
Oh! Roast. Oh man. I got torn horribly.
I'm gonna buy you back right now. I'm gonna try.
Oh, thank you. I had tons of money on my person, I think.
Got you. You're coming back. Let them know who you're repping. All right. Whew.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. No problem.
The truck at.
Good try, Mini God. It's not your fault. I did nothing. Both times I died, I had a grenade out.
Dude, I hear people talking near me in VoIP. Oh, jeez. Are you on the ground?
I am on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah,
there's a car near us. You see it on the mini map?
Yeah.
I think we're okay.
I'm just trying to.
We should probably go though.
The gas.
You're get in this car. Get in this car.
Okay, I'm on my way. I'm in the car. I'm in the car.
Okay, all right, let's go.
I'm bored in the car. I'm in the car board.
All right, yeah, you see I'm out of our left. I'd get in the car. There's the guys to our left.
Yeah, but what if I nailed the greatest shot of all time?
You know what? I'd put it on TikTok. I think we just hole up here. You know, I feel like being on top or near on top of a building served us well.
Gotta take one shot at these guys.
Have to.
Okay. I need to loot a second gun.
Okay.
I need large caliber rounds.
I'm with you on that one. I also need large caliber rounds. C4, dude. It's coming back to me. I remember some of those C4 plays.
Put it on the middle of the road and just wait for it.
You know, every once in a while, you know, like I'll be showing my daughter some photos of herself. She always wants to see photos of herself as a baby. And Google will, and I'm sure Apple does the same thing. They'll like algorithmically generate an album to show you that's like, here's what you were doing 3 years ago today.
Yeah.
So usually it'll be like 100 baby photos, and then it'll be like one TikTok that I made in 2020. Like us getting 2 team wipes with an airstrike on the roof of the building, or like spray painting the proximity mine with the bullseye so it just looks like the spray.
That was a huge TikTok, wasn't it, for you?
Yeah, both of those have like I don't know, like 3 million views or something.
Oh man, different time.
It was a different time, that's for sure.
We're glancing. We're okay. We're safe. I'm with you.
Still could use a second gun. I was thinking though, like in the Twitch recap, did you look at the one for you as a streamer, not just the one for you as a viewer?
Yeah, I did.
What was your most played game this year? It's got to be Elden Ring.
Elden Ring, yeah. What was yours?
I was it's Super Auto Pets, but I was thinking like it was probably the first time since PUBG came out that a battle royale wasn't my most played game, most streamed game of the year.
What was there any surprises in the games that you played on the top 4?
Not at all.
Oh.
I guess Sporkle being up there is like a little surprising, but I do play it a lot.
What about yours as a viewer? I don't feel like you didn't tweet yours out.
No, because I don't want people to get their feelings hurt. Like, here's the thing.
Well, how are they going to get their feelings hurt?
Well, like, because it'll be like, oh, you watch this person instead of this person.
Well, the people who get their feelings hurt are the ones that were on your trivia team that weren't carrying their weight, all right?
Well, I told Chad this too, but the truth of the matter is that, and I'm sure you can relate, I have like a very limited window to watch Twitch daily.
Yeah.
And it's always at the same time every day. So like my Twitch recap was just the 4 people I like watching who are like live between like 8 p.m. Pacific and 10 p.m. Pacific. So it was Jay was #1, and then like I think Chiblee, and then Apollo, and then I can't even remember who the other person was.
The 4th one must be a little degen. Oh, we got guys right here.
Yeah,
2 of them.
Yeah, I see him. I see him.
All right, I think we just.
Their building's taller than ours.
Yeah. No, I mean, well, you know what? That's empathetic of you to think that people would get their feelings hurt over that.
Well, I didn't want you to be like, why am I not in your Twitch recap? It was because you're live when I'm in my 45-minute Emma Lovewell 90s ride.
That would be the last thing I think of. My thought was, I can't wait to see who Ryan watches that no one has any idea about. That's where my pogs were going.
I mean, I could tell you.
Right.
Next time I look at the recap, I'll screen cap it. But it's
Okay.
it's someone in our group of
Circle
friends. Like I
friend.
just can't remember who fourth was.
Oh, you know
I don't
what?
need to ask Dan who was most watched.
You know what? Here we go.
I
Boom
looked at his
'em.
recap. Whoa.
Airstrike going in on him. Oops.
Oh, 3 plates broken.
Oh, I didn't get him.
I
So
know Dan loves he loves book.
yeah, I mean, so people, and I was surprised at how much Twitch I actually watch, but I leave it. Sometimes I just leave it on at night. You know, when I just forgot to close my computer, but I did watch a lot of Gamba on the second monitor. You know, it was entertaining to like work, and then you would just look over at the screen when it was either a massive win or a huge loss.
Oh man.
Oh! I got tagged. I'm still alive though. I have no clue where I got shot from.
I know where he is. He's on the corner of this right here. Someone just parachuted onto his building.
Okay.
I'm sending another airstrike. Oh no, I already used it apparently. Never mind.
So he's on top of that big building we were looking at.
Yeah, I broke his 3 plates again.
I'm gonna ladder climb him. Cover me. You see me?
I don't see you yet, but I think I know where you're at. I'm covering.
You see me or no?
Now I do. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
3, 2. Not here.
Okay, I'm coming up then. All right, I guess we got to move to the circle.
You piece.
I was surprised with how much I forget what the game is called. Pass or date? Win a date with X? I was stunned that Aiden Ross wasn't in your Twitch recap.
What do you mean? Do you watch Aiden Ross?
No, but like I felt like in the first quarter of
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah, just
They're gonna be
call
coming.
back into this room right here. Or just stay there. You're good. You're good.
They're gonna be coming around that corner. Oh, I'll be fine though. Oh. Not a bad
they killed
game.
me and my FPS.
That was fun.
That was good. I
We
had a
got
good
some
time.
kills. Yeah, we got some kills.
I got some headshots. I broke some plates.
But I think for me, like when I watch Twitch, I watch content that I would never make. You know, like squeaks,
Absolutely, yeah.
slots, you know, dating shows. But
Super Mario 64.
yes, speed runs, exactly. Ryan Gary, that was fun, man. What do you got going
I had a
on?
good time.
Yeah, it was good to catch up.
I think I was gonna play some Super Auto Pets test build or something.
Okay.
That's what I'm feeling.
Okay. It was fun.
How about you? What are you done? You're done for the day?
Yeah, I mean the new Vamp DLC came out, which by the way, like I completely slept on that game. It is just is there a game that delivers more dopamine than that game?
It's crazy how much dopamine it is considering it's just walking.
But it's walking
all
and
you're doing
decision
is,
making.
like, all you're doing is like trying to get on. You're Steve Martin in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, just trying to like work his way through the airport. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me.
You know what? You just talked me into. I'm gonna do one more run of Vamp and then I'm gonna shut it down. But we'll be over. We'll be over to see you. But it was fun. I'm glad we're able to do this, man. I know it's we're both a different deal now, but I'm glad we're able to get together.
That's why when people say like, would you and Dan ever box? I'm like maybe, but I don't want to do it until like I don't know, like 7 years from now.
Dude,
I can't add anything into the hopper right now, and I'm sure you're the same way, but like times 3.
But like, could you have done the chess boxing if you found a way?
No, I would probably be living like Milhouse's dad from The Simpsons. I would be living like solo in a hotel, sleeping in a race car bed or something.
Because you take it super serious.
I think my family would have fallen apart for sure.
Oh, I got you. Well, Ryan Gary, I mean, I'm sure I'll talk to you in the DMs, but if not, have a happy holidays and Merry Christmas, man. It was fun.
And to you as well, to you and yours.
All right, Ryan Gary, I'll talk to you soon.
Later.
Later, buddy.